I have 19 now.
You have 19 int?
Yeah, I got the headband intellect a while back.
That's
Oh shit.
true. All
Yeah,
right.
that was a while ago. He is the smart one.
We
Nice.
have a definitive smart one now. At long, long last.
Our weird
I mean, more
boy
accurate.
band thing is going great.
It's more accurate to say it's the one with a smartphone and the ability to Google things, but
Yes.
I mean, you're not wrong. All right. So everybody's here. How's everybody doing?
well.
All right.
Excellent. Excellent. Are you ready for this? For this?
Da 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 da.
Should I take that as a yes?
I forgot you're young.
I know that. God, I'm not that young. Jesus.
You never know.
Was that? Let's get ready to rumble.
You're all ready for this.
God, now it's gonna be stuck in my head for this entire session. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You know, for somebody who's technically a half-caster, I have a shit ton of spells prepared.
All of you have a shit ton of spells at this point.
Not really.
I mean, I have 21.
You have more than me.
I have over 30, and I haven't actually done all of it. I still have like maybe 4 or 5 that I need
You
to
got like
figure out.
8 cantrips or something too.
11.
God damn.
11. Right.
Like sorcerers only get 15 spells at 17th level.
Oh, that's true.
I get 8 bonus spells, and then my half level plus charisma. So as a paladin, I'm getting 18, and then 4 for sorcerer. So it's actually 22. But yeah, for a half caster, paladins get a shit ton of spells prepared.
Nice, nice.
Nice. So yeah, what's everybody on for like characters right now? Those of you who were in the those of you who have characters that you're carrying over, what are you sitting at right now?
Sorcerer 17.
Single class sorcerer. All right.
Paladin 14, sorcerer 3.
Okay. Okay.
Are we not supposed to go to 20 today?
Today is just 17. You will hit 20.
Okay.
But for today, just 17.
I'll have to undo some things real quick then.
All right, no worries.
It's a lot quicker than doing it in the first place.
I mean, to be fair, you also started this campaign like several levels behind because. So.
Really?
Yeah, that was you, right?
Yeah,
Just
that
the
was.
memo starting at level 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back when Ox beat up the goblin in the chair.
Yes.
That fucking goblin.
How far we've come.
You get shanked by one goblin and then you don't want to get hit for another several levels.
I mean, I feel like that's a reasonable response to getting shanked by a goblin.
Right? Says the one who wants to be like, I wanted to punch a fucking kraken.
You might get your wish.
Not me.
Yeah, I feel like the new character would still be willing to punch a kraken.
Okay, good.
I think I have even higher AC now.
course you do. All right. So, all right. So, new thing beginning. It will be short. It will probably be extremely violent.
And educational, but mostly violent. Yay, violence!
That too, I guess. All right. Do you want to explain how? Here's a question for you, Dolvar. How much do you want to explain about your new character before we begin?
That's a good question.
I'm going to leave that up to you.
How are we going to meet up as a? Are we starting like already together, or?
So, for backstory reasons, you are pursuing. You're pursuing a. You're pursuing Ave, basically, for backstory reasons. How that will lead you to, you are very close on his tail. And that will lead you to the party in short order, I promise you.
Okay.
Very short order.
Let's just do the introduction in character then.
All right. Sounds good.
Da-da-dun.
What name did you go with? Wandering Star, did I see?
Yes, Wandering Star.
All right. Very fitting.
It's a great name for like an anime character image song.
It's a Portishead song is actually what I took it from, but it actually fits the Tabaxi names pretty well.
It does.
Yeah, Wandering Star is not an anime character.
Oh, I know.
No. Just never mind. All right. So, shall we begin?
Guess
Actually,
so.
shit, I need to turn the lights on in my apartment first. It's getting dark here.
That's just ambiance. Like, it's gonna get dark, probably.
I mean, depends on your definition of dark.
Well, you said it was gonna be very violent, so technically...
You guys are experts at making violence fun. I'm sure you'll be fine.
That's true.
All right. So, it's been 6 months since the recovery of the Storm King and the slaying of the great worm Imrith. The Kraken Brotherhood is quieted, and the disciples have been model citizens. However, new trouble is rising. Monstrosities have been sighted across the Sword Coast in numbers greater than have ever been seen before. Strange interdimensional rifts have been opening to a void where the twinkling of stars is but an old memory, and where ancient beings move in the darkness. From these rifts emerge at random creatures whose very image is enough to drive men mad with their wrongness. Concerned by these developments, the Lords of the North have called a meeting. While they've lost a few members of late, their ranks have been swollen by the additions of Duke Balto and King Hecaton of the Giants, as well as the Slayers of Imrith. The Slayers, being respected as neutral parties, have been asked to hold a meeting to share intelligence and readiness reports in the wake of this new threat. The delegates have gathered at the Slayers' estate in Waterdeep, where our story begins this fine evening. As soon as it stops lagging on me. Okay. Those are old tokens that I've placed at the top. So you guys are seated around the head of the table. The giant lords are there. Val Harrow, Lady Ruthiol, Sir Barrack, Generals Foehammer and Foecleaver are all there as well, and some assorted other lords of the north. They've been sharing readiness reports. The Duke, in particular, is very excited to report that their prototype Bonendod, Freststorm, is finally up and working. She'll be a sight to see and remember. I promise you that.
I certainly expect nothing
That
less.
we have no doubt.
He looks a bit abashed. Ashamed to report, however, that we have no further knowledge than anyone else as to the precise source of these incidents. The disciples must be behind them, but we don't know where they are or where they're hiding. The table around him nods in agreement.
I suppose they haven't gotten this far without being elusive.
Right. Now, we're expanding our search through the mountains in the north. We hope to find them before long, at least. But ultimately, we're guessing. Have you any better ideas?
Well, in the 6 months, would we have gotten any more leads or anything like that? I guess what did we do in the downtime?
I don't know. What did you guys do in downtime?
I mean, obviously we're setting up a state. Figure out what we actually have to do.
Yeah, getting our shit together was probably a big part of that.
Okay. Define getting your shit together.
So getting like the estate set up, making sure there aren't any leftover traps, things like that. I imagine people will see us as leaders and therefore expect us to have followers, so we'd have to hire staff and blah blah blah.
Okay. That is a reasonable assumption, yes.
And
Sorry,
not
that
make
takes-
them all wear the same exact thing.
I mean, there's general themes, but
Exactly. I'm just saying. It's tacky otherwise.
and yeah, we would be doing whatever we can to find leads on this stuff if these events are still happening. But I don't know, like I'm just thinking for Adriel, she wouldn't have any particular thing beyond like praying and maybe trying to establish contacts with dragons. But just to do that kind of surreptitiously does not tick off any giant allies.
Right. Okay. Rich, what are you up to?
Probably trying to do the same thing of tracking down leads.
Okay. So, mostly they've gone to ground. Nothing suspicious happening. Same fronts as before. Still feeding the hungry. Still sheltering the homeless. Still being so nice. Adriel, you make good contact with a few very old dragons who promise to keep a lookout for you, to help you if necessary. Rich, you turn up a lead that points you down to Parnas, actually. That the Yellow King's disciples are doing something sinister down there. Ultimately, it comes up empty, unfortunately. All right. So, the meeting continues. Everybody continues to offer their readiness assessments and share that they've learned basically nothing over the last 6 months. There is a pleasant murmur of conversation going in the room.
How's things been going in either dealing with things in Everland and cleaning it up?
Everland's been getting cleaned up very nicely. The Duke has been... Sorry. The Duke will boast at length as to how his men managed to clear the undead from the city and burn them out of the Evermoors with the help of the local mages. But he is quieted by those strange thumps from the wall to the right of you. Someone knocking? Who's there?
Hyderinx will turn around.
Similar one sounds from the door to your left, from the doors to your left. The Evermoors is an ecological disaster right now, but
Okay.
we'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah. I don't expect to do anything about it today, but...
There's a couple of well-meaning druids in the area.
Yay! Know who one of those might be.
You guys can hear me hitting my desk, right?
Yes,
Yep.
a little bit.
Okay. Can't hit it much harder. My hands are fragile.
Looking between the rows, was anyone else expecting to have guests?
I was not. But if a messenger has come, someone should open the door.
Yeah. Just in case, Inks might step out of the way slightly, then she's just gonna use thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy to open the door?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the door creaks slowly open, revealing quite the little entourage waiting.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Leading them is a man with red hair. He carries a spear with a single eye emblazoned upon it, and holds a very large, very heavy book under his left arm. I thank you for letting me in. Hello? Hi. Hello, everyone. How are you?
I'm sorry, darling, and you are?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Ave. You can call me Ave. My full name is Everage Joet. I guess you could call me a messenger. I guess. May I come in and address you all?
I suppose that depends. What messenger are you for?
Oh, I'm here to declare war.
It slowly lowers her pipe from a little bit further from her mouth, arches a brow. Oh, really?
Yes. If you'll let me speak to everyone at once, I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to say this more than once.
Just peeks back at the rest of the group for a moment. Gauges their reactions to this.
Your divine sensing, Adriel.
Oh yeah.
All right. So those two hooded-looking people behind Ave,
hmm
they are undead.
Okay.
They don't seem powerful undead, but undead.
Okay. And the others don't register?
Nope. They are neither celestial, nor fiend, nor undead.
Okay.
There is another undead out in the hallway a little bit further, but you cannot see him from where you are.
I'll indicate
those
that in my hands that there's 6 of them to Inks.
Go a slight nod at that.
those who are with me are, well, they're only here to make sure that I stay safe.
Well, I suppose that's something to do when one is about to declare war.
Yes, I agree. So, may I?
Well, I certainly suppose so, but I can have a very decent guess as to who you're representing now.
Somehow I don't doubt that. He looks down a bit. Almost a little ashamed looking. Nonetheless, he approaches the head of the table and lays his book down at the edge of it. As I've already explained, my name is Average Jolet, or Ave. I have another couple of titles, though. Some people have called me the Yellow King's Hand, or the Trickster in the past. I am the leader of the disciples of Yellow King.
Oh, so that's why I remember hearing your name.
Maybe.
And what does the Yellow King want?
We have an idea, but we'd like to hear it directly from you.
The disciples are here to declare war against you, your kingdoms, and everything you represent. We are done hiding. Our day is nearly come. In a few days, the stars will align. And the Yellow King himself will step down from the heavens. But, as part of the deal, You are all cordially invited to go to war with us. Ave is clutching the edges of the table. So, we will not hide from you. We will be performing our final rites at the place that the giants once knew as the Eye of the Allfather. Come. Find us. Defeat us if you can. Form your armies. Dream your last dreams. Make your precious plans and plot your schemes. Send your fighters, one and all. We'll be waiting for them. Of course, if you'd rather submit now, then all of you will live. There will be no further bloodshed. You will all have places in the new world under our Lord.
As slaves, you mean?
As honored servants.
What's the difference?
One grants you what you wish for. The
But
other
I wish
only
to
grants.
be what I already am. And you have already declared war against all that we are and all that we stand for.
I did know that you... He knew that you wouldn't... Knew you wouldn't accept.
Well, yes, so
So
many
what?
people seem to want to know, well, seem to want to tell us what we wish for instead of asking. It's very complicated.
Well,
Your declaration has been heard. You should go.
I will.
She's making sure you took that book.
Oh yes, I was literally about to say.
Okay, good.
Picks up the book. And begins to leave. I hope you realize the war begins immediately. You do realize what that means, don't you?
You mean right now? Joking. I was gonna say subtle hold person on him, or hold monster on him.
You have 2 days to find... You have 2 days. Good luck. Alright, you want to fireball them?
Yeah, I mean, if they said game on, it's game on.
He did
All
say
right.
He
immediately.
didn't say immediately. He didn't say
Yep.
in 2 days.
So I was gonna say like hold monster on his ass.
Alright. So, you cast Fireball. So right there, so it will hit all of them. Alright. You cast your Fireball. Let me see. Ave makes the save easily. The um, the two monsters with him do not save. Neither do the two undead that Dave brought with him. Their faint bodies begin to crackle with flame as Ave completely ignores you and runs towards them. No, 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 no. Maria, no. Jane, no.
I was totally wanting to hold Monster on his ass.
What's your spell DC now? Cast
20.
your 20?
Damn.
He has quite the wisdom save.
Ain't smart enough to see that coming.
Oh!
Alright. Ave is going to choose to succeed.
Fucking course.
That's one of them out of the way.
Please roll initiative. Wandering Star, could you... Holy fuck-a-moly.
Nice.
Alright. Wandering
Damn.
Star, could you be so kind as to drop yourself down a bit more towards the atrium,
Sure.
around where I'm being, and roll yourself some initiative? Thank you. 20s all around for initiative.
Now I'm afraid because I feel like I'm just gonna get a 1.
I didn't roll 20. There's 20s left.
Whoops. That's 17.
Alright. You know, all the monsters rolled worse than you guys did, so they're just all gonna go at the same time, basically. Holy shit, lowest initiative in the party is a 21.
No, 17.
Oh, no, it's a 17.
I accidentally did
Okay.
advantage.
Okay, as soon as all their sheets stop lagging, we can actually begin. Alright, Rich.
Throw that on Adriel.
That has a casting time of a minute.
Oh, damn it.
It lasts for 8 hours, so great buff if you're going beforehand, but
Yeah, I missed the casting time part.
yeah. It's an unfortunate drawback to Force. Other than that, it's great.
I think it would watch if it didn't have something like that, so.
Yeah, true. Alright. What would you like to do instead of spending a minute casting?
Let's also do hold monster on Ave. Mine's only 19 though. Well,
You can try.
yeah, that did not go so well. All right, I'm done.
All right. Adriel, what is up?
Run up to there. One second. There it is.
Hey.
For some reason, it won't let me use a slot lower than 4th.
Okay. That's an odd restriction.
On a 2nd level spell, yes.
Yes, I agree.
So that damage is wrong. It's only 2d10. 9 total, but
Okay. Sugar.
hit all of them.
Ah, the Weeping Man passes. All right. So you call down a moonbeam. It burns the ghosts, the Weeping Man, the disgusting monster, and Ave. As it passes onto the ghosts, Ave once again goes, "No, no, no! What are you doing? Stop hurting Jane and Mary!"
420.
That was not in my mind when I came up with their names.
Sure.
Okay. Just because I'm a youngin' doesn't mean I'm that kind of youngin'. Alright.
I'd like to believe you.
Hey, I'm an old person and I noticed that, so.
There's a time and a place for everything, and it's called college.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah. Anyhow.
That's it for my turn.
Alright. Awesome. Wandering Star, you are up.
Yep.
Down the hallway. You've come in chase of the trickster. You spot him at long last down this hallway from where you are. You also spot in the way a very large frost giant with a very large axe and a very, very fine beard.
What?
He is a bit more non-corporeal than most frost giants that you may have seen in the past. None of them D-shape changed. No,
Okay.
nobody is shape changed there. Beyond him, beyond the giant, you see a couple of ghosts, a weeping man, and what you've come to recognize as a Shoggoth.
All right. Well, and the beam is that red circle,
That's the moonbeam, yeah.
which I don't get in the middle of. So I will go ahead and thunderstep here.
All right.
Which
What?
will not hit Ave, but it'll hit the 4 behind him.
Okay. So the ghosts cannot make a DC 22 con save.
Good to know.
God, come on, you have 25 Constitution. All right. So once again, the Shogoth does not make it, but the Weeping Man does.
Okay. Still gonna take half.
Right now.
And bonus action, I will go ahead and quicken a booming blade on the closest ghost.
All right.
And I will risk an opportunity attack from it.
The ghost does not attack you. Yeah, the ghost does not attack you. However, you do attract an attack of opportunity from the lovely fellow with the very long arms sticking out of him. Does a 32 hit your armor class?
Yes.
I mean, I have to ask nowadays.
That's ridiculous. That Tabaxi doesn't look like a child. What does Slenderman want?
All right. So as you're retreating from the ghosts, your attack actually dissipates the one ghost. It vanishes into a cloud of powder.
All right. That will be it.
All right. Abe screams in rage as it dissipates. All right. So, Adriel and Inks and Rich, you all spot this Tabaxi suddenly teleport in with a thunderous boom, dust one of the ghosts, and then take a hit from the monster from one of the monsters next to Ave and shrug it off. So that's a thing.
That's new.
Inks, you're up.
Oh, lovely. So... how about... Well, this newcomer in the fray who seems to be helping out is being annoying by being in my line.
Oh no.
Is he considered part of melee? Because we know how we handle that.
That is true.
Danger close.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah, very well then. How about a lovely...
If you're trying to do a line spell, you can do it that way. I guess it depends on how wide it is.
Cone. So we can remove one of those, that last 1d8, because it won't let me cast it as a regular level for some random reason.
That's a new and annoying problem. Thankfully, it's only your last D8 is a 1, so. Alright.
That makes the math a little easier.
Yeah, you subtract 1. Alright. So, that, regardless of save, is going to dust the other ghost. Let's see.
Does Ave scream?
Ave screams at this one, too.
Yay.
I like that you take so much joy in his suffering. Why can the Shoggoth just not roll a con save? Why can the Weeping Man also not roll a con save?
It failed
What
to
is
see
wrong
there.
What is wrong with them? Alright. So they both take full damage.
Is Ave just not here?
Ave's here. He
Okay.
also takes full damage.
Okay, then I'm gonna move the heck back away. I can get about there.
Alright, he's backed away. Alright. So they all take full damage from your cone of cold. Abe screams as the other ghost dissipates into powder. Mary, Jane, no! No. He straightens up, looks at the back at the rest of you. So it is their turn. So. All right. Ave is going to actually move 30 feet down. Then he is going to Misty Step.
Damn it.
That's the wrong token. As he leaves, he shouts, "Make sure that they all die. Please." And it sounds like his monsters sure take that to heart. So, this skinny-looking fucker is going to begin to weep tears of poison towards the lot of you. He's going to move forward and he's going to make a pair of attacks with his arms against Adriel.
Okay.
17 doesn't hit you, I know that. Neither does a 15.
Not even close.
Good times. The incorporeal frost giant is going to continue to move up a bit. He's going to stand here mostly as a blocker. He sets himself in place and prepares to smack anybody who tries to head through the door. The doors on the other side of the room burst open, and there are a pair of monsters that come in through there. The other leaders in the room immediately turn towards them to fight. The Shoggoth is going to move towards Wandering Star, and it's going to attempt to... It's going to shoot an appendage. You're not quite sure which one it is at Wandering Star.
Gross.
Yep. It does the crit.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
No.
Of course. 10 per warlock level?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yep.
fucking awesome.
Damn!
Which leaves me with just a small amount of temp health left over.
Yeah, holy shit. Okay. Damn, that's good.
It's an invocation. They're powerful.
Yeah.
I also essentially stunned next turn.
Yeah.
Yes, and you have vulnerability to fire damage.
Yeah.
You are still grappled, I believe. Yes. You are still grappled.
Yeah, it doesn't stop that.
So the Shoggoth has grabbed you with some appendage. It's unclear what.
Ew.
But that is the end of the monster's turns. Which means Rich, you're back up.
On the Shoggoth. Because I feel like it's being a bit too friendly right now.
It is very friendly. It sure is trying to do its best and make friends. Wow.
Again, needs to slow its roll.
All right. So, what does it see?
Considering it wants to be all friend now, whatever it hates the most.
Okay. Okay. The Shoggoth is surrounded by visions of humans all around it. Or, I shouldn't say humans, mortals. Little people. The population of the realms. Surrounded by things that are of reality. And it begins to lash out randomly at the things around it. All right.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Cool. Adriel, what up?
Gonna quicken a spell.
All right. Damn. Alright. Cool.
That does cancel the moonbeam, so that goes away.
Alright. Good to know.
Then I'm going to attack sword guy in front of me.
Alright.
Hold on. Syntax error.
You attack him with a syntax error. You garble your battle cry so badly that the very sound of it is offensive to the ears of this being. And this is something that comes from outside of reality itself.
You corrupt his character sheet.
Syntax error.
There we
Semicolon.
go.
Take 5d10 psychic damage. No save.
And yeah, I'm divine smiting that.
Adriel is now fucking
Alright.
Monica.
Oh god, just Monica.
Always Monica.
That is unfortunate rolls on the... Alright. It's not immune to any of those things.
Plus, 1 second. Those should both be higher because it was a 5th level slot.
So plus another 2d8.
Yep.
Alright, what is that? He is neither a fiend nor undead.
Right. So let's see.
$72, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright. You lay out a brutal hit to this crying abomination before you. You split most of what looks like his chest open, and leave a leave a gash that burns with radiant power. And it screeches at you as you do it. Yeah. He is leaking something that could probably be called blood.
Right. Second attack. Not so much.
Yeah, this one he manages to block with one of his arms.
Still, good turn.
Good turn.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Wandering Star.
Yeah, I melt out of the ice. That's it.
All right.
Also, I'm really sad that I had to use that. I really wanted to hide the warlock level as long as possible.
Eh.
I mean, I didn't know what the fuck it was.
In character,
In
none of us would think of that as a
yeah,
warlock
none of these
thing.
know
Oh,
what the
yeah.
fuck about it.
I meant out of character. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me. I literally can't do anything else.
All right. Does the ice melt at the end of your next turn?
Yeah,
Yeah, it does. Okay. Never mind. My bad. All right. You melt out of the ice. You are shivering a little bit, but otherwise fine. Inks, you're up.
All right. Well, how about... First of all, now that you can actually see Ghost Harshnag in the door, he's just like, oh, that son of a bitch. Oh, these things are gonna hurt. She's going to make them hurt.
The door guards are focused on not dying and not going mad. Most of the other people in the room are going to deal with the other Shoggoth and the other Weeping Man that are at the other end of the room.
Ah,
Yeah, they're not being lazy.
Yeah, they're, well, Foe Cleaver and Foe Hammer should be down there as well. Forgot to move them. But yeah, they trust you guys to handle this.
That
All right.
bastard brought back Harshnag. Kick its ass, Adriel. She's gonna cast haste.
Okay.
And for good measure, she's gonna quicken a ray of frost at the Slender Man thing.
All right. Cool. Roll them. A 30 will hit him. I'm so glad you guys are high level. All the numbers get so big. It's so much fun. All right. So you hit him. He is noticeably slowed, and frost begins to sprout from some of his joints. It is their turn, though. Ave is going to dash and GTFO. Harshnag's going to step a few paces back. The Shoggoth. So you're still grappled by the Shoggoth.
Yep.
You're not immune to acid damage from anything, are you?
I have no.
Yeah, double checking purity doesn't help with that either.
All right. So, the Shoggoth's appendage is dripping with some form of acid that burns you as it continues to hold on to you. The Shoggoth winds up for a full body slam onto you.
wouldn't it be dealing with the phantasmal force?
That is true. It would be. It lines up for a full body slam on something. There are a lot of things surrounding it currently that it sees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I am going to roll a d12. If it rolls a 5, it will hit. Does 26 hit you?
It would, if it is going to hit me, I'll shield it.
Okay. It does not attack in your direction. It
Hooray.
attacks into the other direction. The Weeping Man, however, continues to be very unhappy. He is going to. He's going to. I'll make a pair of weapon attacks at Adriel again. The 26 hit you.
Shield.
Shield. So then a 20 does not hit you.
Yep.
All right. So a arcane shield pops into existence around you and deflects his first blow. You manage to dodge the second on your own.
Okay.
The battle is joined down at the far end of the room. The giants in the front, next to the dwarf king, the dwarven generals, and Sir Beric, with the assorted spellcasters and rogue in the back. Rich, what is up?
So, Mr. Unhappy Man is pretty beat up, yeah?
Yeah, he's looking pretty bad.
Finish him.
He is more than bloodied. All right, all of those will hit him. He is not quite that unbloodied, though.
You get another one.
Wait for.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
at 17th level. All right, so all 4 of those will hit him. You send out a series of crackling beams that smack the weeping man upside his head. Knock him for a bit of a loop. So that is 10, 18, 22 damage. Adriel, you are up.
Step there, so they're both in my reach.
Okay.
All right, regular action, booming blade.
All right. On to who?
The weeping man.
Okay. Holy moly.
I'm gonna throw a smite on that. Third level.
Okay. Oh, wait, do you need to? 15. Double your booming blade damage first.
It's 15 plus the 50, so 30, 37 before I smite.
You would
Okay.
would you get another 3d8 from the boom blade for a crit?
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do your booming
13
blade
off
first.
that. So 50.
So 15, 30. Okay, not quite. Not quite.
So divine smite.
All right. That will.
Crit is an extra 27.
All right. That will kill him.
Yay!
So your second slash rents through the rest of his chest and leaves an X shape combined with the last gash that you put in him, and he seems unable to function further. Stops
Okay.
moving, and then at the slightest touch, topples.
All right. Use my haste action to attack the Shoga.
All right.
18.
18 will not hit it, I believe. And 18 will hit it.
Okay. 13 damage. Supposed to say radiant damage because of divine smite.
Yep. No worries. I got you. All right. All right. So the Shogoth takes your hit. It looks briefly in your direction. It's not sure where that came from, but it's not its turn quite yet.
It's okay.
Wandering Star.
All right. Bonus action, Misty Step out of the grapple.
Right.
And then throw an Eldritch Blast at the thing.
All right.
And go ahead and repel it as well with each of those to knock it back into Harshnag.
Right, in Harshnag's direction. So all of those hits, that's 28, 40, 55 damage. All right, and it is propelled directly. Repelling blast has something about what to do if it hits somebody else, I assume.
I don't think so.
It does, actually. So it probably just stops right in front of Harshnag.
Likely so.
Yeah, it just says you push the creature up to 10 feet away from you. Straight away.
The only straight away and can push.
Okay. Repelling blast. My
Actually,
old
pretty
enemy.
poorly written. It's
Yeah.
fun, but it's actually a poorly written ability.
Yeah. Well, it'll
So
trigger
Adriel
any-
just sees it like suddenly whip across to the side. Like, okay.
These beams of energy, they look similar to Richard's, but they seem to push more.
Except for the boxing glove at the front. It's kind of weird.
Basically, yeah. Inks, you're up.
All right. Well, let's help out people on the other side for a bit. Well, actually, can I see? How far can I see through the door at this point? Can I see the Shoggoth?
Yeah, sure. Assume the doors are fully open.
Okay,
So you can see at least part of the Shogoth.
great.
Like at least, well, you can at least see its far corner. So you can see it.
Okay, so then. That's just going out there and once again, I can't do it at the right level.
Uh-huh. All right.
Good.
Where are you casting this? I feel inclined to, or obliged to ask.
As far back down here as I can, like behind,
Down where?
like as far as I can see down this way.
Ah. Okay. So you're still standing in the middle of the room, and cone, and you're not actually in range of anybody.
It's not a
who's-
cone. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't mean to hit cone of cold. Damn it. That was supposed to be ice storm.
Okay.
Aha!
That makes much
Sorry.
more sense.
Sorry. I don't have enough
I
for
was-
cone of cold anymore.
I was
I
like,
really don't need a code of cold to the back right now.
No, sorry.
yeah,
I can deal with it if I have
you
to.
don't. It didn't seem like you were trying to like nuke the entire party,
No.
but you know, you might be.
Not the entire party, just Adriel.
Oh no, Rich! I'm pretty sure Rich would be in the blast of any cone of cold fired in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
Make the
fair.
party by icing them in the face. They can't be mad at you if you make them dead.
I think if anybody in this party deserves it the most, it would be Rich.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Mr. Friendly Fire himself.
That's a hell of a save.
I know, right?
It blocked it with its face.
It was the last thing they'd expect. Alright. So the Shoggoth takes this hail of rock hard ice and wind to the face. And it is
Actually, question: how big are these doors that the Hecaton got in and
On the
out?
map, they're 20 feet wide, so
yeah.
you're
Like,
at
how
least
high are
40
they?
feet tall.
40 feet tall? Sweet.
I mean, otherwise they'd look like kind of squat or something. Obviously, these doors were built to impress, not to actually be like practical.
So how about a bonus
Well,
action? Inks is going to use her new little robes that she got recently and manifest her dragon wings to go up about, say, 20 feet in the air, so she gets a better vantage point of everything over the giants' heads and whatnot.
Alright. Cool. Cool.
I've been wanting to do this for so long!
Alright. So, Ave continues to run. Exits downstage. Which I now realize hides his initiative turn. So, Ave is gone, but he remains on the map so that it doesn't fuck with my initiative tracker. Anywho's it. The Shoggoth is going to step to Adriel now.
Is it still phantasmal?
That is true. It is still phantasmal forced. Alright. It's going to step to the phantasms. It's very confused about why it got suddenly smashed in another direction. So it's going to do its best to kind of walk back up towards where it was. If it rolls an 11 on a d12, the attack will be towards you. Otherwise, it is wasted.
Okay.
It is wasted. The Shoggoth attacks another phantasm of some surface dweller that it cannot see. Or that it sees but is not there. Harshnag continues a slow retreat down the hall towards the entrance. That is their turn. Rich, you're back up.
So psychic damage for Phantasmal Force up and forgetting to roll.
Yes, Phantasmal Force. Ew. Alright. So all of those will hit the Shoggoth. We got 2, 8, 10, 22, 33. The Shoggoth takes your crackling punches and looks a little bit hurt from whatever it's seeing. And it is finally bloodied. I know what I said. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Adriel.
Right.
Well,
Bonus action, shorten the blade. First one will be a booming blade. One second. There we go.
that'll hit.
So 20 and 12, 32. Haste attack
That'll also hit.
for another 17.
All right, so that's 49 total.
Yes.
Fucking sweet.
That's it.
All right. Wandering Star, it is your turn.
All right. Pretty basic, I think. Go ahead and Eldritch Blast again. The first one's going to be against Harshnag.
All right.
Does that hit?
That will hit him, yes.
We pull him 10 feet back.
Ah, yes. Grasp of Hadar, my other old enemy.
And through the rest of the 3 at the show.
All right. All right. Only one of those will actually hit it. The 27 will be the only one to hit. The others will miss.
That'll be.
You do get a good hit in with the only one that you do get. You get a crack against right in against what looks like its skull. It's in quite some pain. Thanks. You're up.
Checking my distances here. Okay, so Inks is gonna twin a chromatic orb cold damage on both those Shogots.
Alright. Gamer. That will hit. That will also hit. Which one is which?
First one would, I guess, be the closer one, so the one by Adriel.
The second one flies over and smashes the other Shoggoth. Alright. So the Shoggoth is smashed by an orb of cold. Looks real. He's starting to look real bad. Pretty damn bad. Harshnag's gonna run like hell as well. The Shogoth is going to won't hit anybody anyways, so it's going to waste its attack on thin air. It looks suspicious though, as if it's realized that something is up, or thinks it has realized. Rich, you're up. All right, all 4 of those will hit. 8,
29.
11, 29 sounds right. All right, you get another series of good cracks in at the Shogoth. It's looking real bad now, as if a dedicated attack or 2 could probably kill it. Hey, Drew.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just
How's it
gonna
going?
swing at it 3 times.
All right, that'll hit. That'll hit. That'll hit. How do you want to kill the Shogoth?
Couple of quick slashes before running a blade into where its brain should be.
All right. So you get a couple quick slashes in. You take off some of those appendages growing on its back. Then you ram your blade into where you think its brain would be. You don't know if that's actually where the brain is, but it seems to do the trick, and it crumples, lifeless.
Lifeless is good.
All right. The other side of the room seems to be just finishing up with their monsters as well. There are some healing potions being passed around over there. We are out of initiative for now. So, there is a new tabaxi in town. Wandering Star, monsters are dead. What do you do? Oh, Harshnog's running like hell. Unless you want to chase after him.
Adriel's still got dash.
I was gonna say I probably would chase after him actually.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Alright.
I can cover 180 feet around right now.
Alright. You catch up to Harshnag outside of the conference, but still in the open street.
Harshnag. Call out to him.
The ghost of Harshnag stops and turns around to you. It looks like he's trying to open his mouth under the beard, but no sound comes out.
Does he have some mindfuck magic on him? What the fuck? I gotta scroll.
Are you asking him these questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Harshnag continues not to reply. His beard shifts a couple more times, but no response comes out. His figure is beginning to tremble a little bit.
Is he undead?
You pinged a powerful undead in the hallway earlier.
Ah. Hmm. Can you understand me?
He looks down at you and gives a definite nod.
Are you bound here? Can you not? Are you unable to move on?
Harshna gives a trembling head shake or nod to the first one. And then it seems as if it's becoming something of a struggle for him, but he shakes his head.
I think I see.
He is slowly turning around while he's clearly doing his best to keep his head facing towards you.
I'll walk around so he's able to keep looking at me, and I'll ask, is there anything we can do to help?
Harshnag continues to try and both move forward and fight moving forward. He manages to lean over to you and speak exactly 2 words to you. Kill me. And then he begins gliding away.
Shit.
I've been able to get close enough to hear that.
How fast can you fly?
60 dash.
Sure, why not?
Well, then if I can get where he's not close to anybody else.
He is in the middle of a crowded street right now.
Ah, fuck. Nope.
I imagine people are making room, though.
They
Actually-
sure are for the frost giant ghost.
I can also do it from above so it doesn't hit the ground at people level. He's still like ghost height. Ghost giant.
Because after this hits, I'm going to go and actually try and take him out.
All right. All right. So, you hit Harshnag with a sunburst. The light swells and flashes. You avert your eyes. When you turn them back, Harshnag is nowhere to be seen. As if he's been dispelled.
I slowly let herself like drift back to the ground and dispel the wings. Those sons of bitches.
You know, just declaring a war on everything would have been enough to make us want to kill him. Why do you have to make it personal?
That's what they do, darling. They always make it personal. So we just need to make it personal right damn back.
Indeed. Let's find out what happened.
Right. Start heading back that way. Is everyone all right?
All right enough. They all continue to pass around potions and make sure that everybody's okay. There are a few wounds, mostly on the giants, but they're not too serious for their size.
Yeah, slightly Inks will glance over her shoulder like, and you are? Just like, she's like dead serious, just kind of, and then slowly turns back around and just kind of shifts back into her normal mode. Just trying to put it, like, quelch it.
The healthiest method of dealing with emotions.
You
They
know her
should
too
use
well.
glass so they stay bottled up for a long time.
She is the Irish person of this campaign.
Anywho, Wandering Star, Inks approaches you and asks who you are.
Start
As
with
you're
that.
as you're burning the Shoggoth corpse.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a rather scarred and tattered looking tabaxi in a dusty traveling cloak. As he's burning the corpse, he's just kind of like fidgeting and mumbling to himself.
Hello, darling, can you
I
hear
am
me?
disappointed. Lost him.
Oh, you mean that asshole?
The Yellow Knight, yes.
I can assure you we are equally disappointed. So you're looking for him?
Out of character, yeah. What exactly am I looking for Ave for?
You've heard that Ave had something to do with that event that you sent me in your backstory, or
Gotcha.
Yeah, you've heard that he has something to do with that. I don't really want to
Right.
go more into it.
That's fair.
Right. No corruption spreading from the corpses besides whatever fluids their corpses are dripping. Bit of acid, bit of blood, air quotes.
Okay. There's no like evil magic within them. They're just staining the floor.
Yeah, they're mostly just staining the floor.
No,
And
there's definitely
melting
magic.
it.
Burn it all.
Try to only burn the part of the floor with the blood in it, please.
No
Shit's
promise.
expensive.
So did they actually introduce themselves?
Not exactly. You asked what or who he was. He said he was disappointed.
Well,
That's
Mr.
awesome.
Disappointed. I'm Inks. This is Adriel and Richard.
Hello.
Star just nods at each of you, goes back to burning corpses.
The corpses, the Weeper doesn't seem to burn very well. The Shogoth burns very nicely. It lets off some nice little celebratory pops and sizzles. But the Weeper doesn't seem to burn very well.
Also, just for our note, what did Ox do that he left?
Probably went to go visit the rest of the Forged.
Okay.
I kind of assumed he went to go with the nose.
So he's with them doing the things with the stuff.
Gotcha. Just making
So
sure.
if we need an army of Warforged, he'll be in charge of it.
Sweet.
Which will cause us to reconsider whether or not we really need. On the one hand, it's an army of Warforged.
Just think, an entire army spouting nature facts.
That's like that's about the same as a feeble mind spell, right?
Yeah, but
Just get less and less intelligent listening to it.
Or is it on the enemy?
It's like it's just friendly fire all around. It doesn't matter. Everyone just loses intelligence listening to all these fake facts.
I don't know. Is saying cat got your tongue to a tabaxi racist?
I mean, probably, but Star wouldn't care.
Like, cat is your tongue? Your tongue is your cat? That's gotta just be like the saying of, did you lose your tongue in a fight with another tabaxi, really?
Ah.
I'm sure, like, tabaxi pirates say that to each other.
Only the winners.
So, after one particularly eventful burst of flame, the Weeper actually gets up briefly. Doesn't have. It goes back down pretty easily after you guys hit it a couple of times.
Fucking Silent Hill nurses. Gotta kick it while they're down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make sure that thing doesn't get back up.
All
It's
right.
not undead, so I don't know. That wouldn't work. Huh. Dismember it, I guess.
Sure.
Tie the long
Chop it
arms
up.
into knots.
Just chop it up into tiny bits.
You literally
Right.
just tie the arms into knots behind it, and they're just like. It's like a T-Rex.
All right. While you are dismembering the Weeper, the other delegates who are there have gathered back around the table and are discussing.
Well, if there's anything you know about this particular situation that you would like to enlighten us with, we are in fact having a assembly of the Lord's Alliance. She kind of gestures with her pipe back towards the room. Talking to, Wandering.
Yeah, just kind of glance around the room as if just now realizing that, oh hey, we're in a fancy building. Nod and Yeah, I don't know if I actually have any extra information to share.
You have whatever you're willing to share from what has occurred to you.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So most of that's not really going to be any useful information, but he'll just kind of rant for a little bit about the fact that these things are made of darkness and are evil and all sorts of nasty, bad things. You know, in case you guys couldn't have figured that out on your own.
They're like basically using that to get around something, or if they're just stupid.
All right. So at the table they are. Thinks there's probably there might be a bit of a story there, but it's probably less interesting than you assume. He sounds more crazy than, I don't know, enlightened.
Picture like the homeless guy ranting about the end of times, corner of a street.
Maybe a bit more charismatic than that, but
Yeah. Not quite that level of insane as, you know, clearly there are end of times shenanigans happening,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but somewhere along that spectrum. His eyes are bloodshot. Doesn't look like he's gotten any sleep anytime recently.
Oh, wonderful. So 2 days, was it?
you have 2 days from when he made his announcement, which would have been about a minute ago now. Probably a couple minutes.
Shit. No time. Well, it's to the eye of the All-Father from fucking Waterdeep.
Sorry?
There's not a lot of quick ways to get there.
Well, you are in a room with some very notable mages who do know how to teleport people.
Yeah.
They are currently standing around a table. And as you tune back in from listening to Star, the Valhero speaks up and says, "Can we at least agree that we are all united in opposition in this war?" There are nods around the table.
Let's give a nod.
Yeah, that's a start.
Everland is wounded, but we will bring as much as we can in this war. He turns to Lady Silverhand. Silvery Moon is also wounded, but we too stand for war. She turns to King Hecaton. The storm giants stand ready. We will go to war. The dwarf, Brunor, at the end of the hall, at the end of the table. Aye, the dwarves are ready too. I'll send out a call as well. I think I can find us some more adventurers to help us out. The Duke chuckles. Do you even need to ask?
Never with you.
General Foehammer and Citadel Adbar, stand ready to fight. General Foeclear and Citadel Felbar, stand ready. Lady Ruthiel looks at all of you. You've done right by me, right by Yartar. Plus, if I don't help, we all die.
That's the attitude I love.
Compelling motivation.
So I stand with you all. Sir Barrick looks at you all. The Order of the Gauntlet will stand in defiance till our last breaths.
I believe
We're in Waterdeep,
myself-
right?
Sorry?
We're in Waterdeep, right? Or
You are.
our houses. So I'll look at the rest of the party, assuming it's turned back. Waterdeep stands ready.
The Mirabaran leader stands up. I may have stood with Naboon before, but he was a damn traitor. This time Mirabar stands on the right side of history.
We certainly know what that's like. Besides, we have a bit of revenge to deal with them that's best served cold.
He already is cold.
Them as in the Yellow King after this fucking shenanigan.
Speaking of cold, though, the location they mentioned is far to the north.
And almost certainly well defended.
How long has it been since we were there?
Months?
Call it 7 or 8 months.
Okay.
That was like springtime, so now it's... What time of year is that? That was...
That would have been around spring, maybe early summer. So now it's fall, maybe early winter. It's getting
Yeah.
chilly.
That's not the bigger problem. The bigger problem is we have to get there. Bringing whole armies that far will take time that I don't think we have.
Out of character. I think there's an army that's already kind of close,
True.
if you can put up with nature facts.
Put up me.
Oh yeah!
There is, in
It
fact,
is certainly the closest army.
Our happy tree friends.
there is an army that's decently close, yes.
I do believe it would be map time in the main hall.
It would be what in the main hall?
Map time. I'm assuming we have map.
Yes. That is why I have dropped you onto the map.
Right.
Happy tree
So-
friends.
The Eye of the Allfather is right around here. So the Warforged are close enough to reach it. Mirabar is probably a bit too far to teleport their army. There are, however, a few other groups that aren't quite regular armies. So, for example, during your 6-month vacation or rulership, you heard of a certain druid who was in the process of fighting undead in the Evermoors and awakening as many trees as she could.
Yeah,
She proceeded to move north after the undead were dealt with. She's now based out of the Lurkwood. So she might be close enough to help you out. Brunor. I'm not sure we should bring a full army there. It's almost certainly well defended, but we can't get our armies there in only 2 days. Not before they're done.
No.
So, not to mention, if this is war, and it will be, he's probably going to attack as many places as he can at the same time. Keep our armies occupied trying to protect people.
That's a good point.
So it might be best, instead of sending an army, or all the armies, we send a smaller group. Teleport them in, slip through whatever's going on there, and head straight for whatever magical hoo-ha they're doing. Obviously, Earl, he motions to the three of you, being on this. Hey, Kitty.
Meow.
Did you just meow?
Meow.
I believe it's Mr. Disappointed.
Disappointed. You want to go with him too?
The Yellow Knight will be there.
Probably.
Oh, I hope so.
Then yes.
Excellent. I've got a few adventurers I know from back in the day who I think I can get in contact with. Some they were, may have heard of them. They dealt with a few demons a few years ago. And besides that, so ever you can muster up.
We'll see what calls we can make.
You probably have a day. Make your calls. Send your messages. You'll have to teleport Why are you measuring from Tribor?
Because I can't zoom out enough to measure all the way from Waterdeep in one go. It's not and still see what I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, it's true. You can't read the numbers. Oh, that's fun. Damn you, map, and your being enormous and shit. All right. Cities of the North stand with you, though. And some others besides.
We are thankful for it, friends. Let's deal with this and be done with it. We can keep living our lives.
All right. Sounds good. There's a frantic knocking at the door.
Oh, again.
Unnaturally tense.
Yes, this time I'm not going to use thaumaturgy for this. Who is it?
It's your messenger, milady. I don't know what his name is. Pick a generic name for a messenger.
Yes, Gerald, what is it?
Terrible news, milady. There's been an attack at the docks.
Attack of
The-
what?
It's the damn Kraken. There's a fucking Kraken at the docks.
Well,
Her face
shit.
just falls. Are you kidding me?
The Duke just perks right up.
We kind of need those dogs.
A Kraken, yes. A Kraken, you say? Well, it's your choice. If you'd like to spend your day slaying a Kraken, by all means. But I have Fuerstorm just ready to go. I would love to try her out on something like a Kraken. He is just grinning ear to ear.
Oh, believe me, I've gotten up quite close to it, but I regret that I never wish to do so again. So, by all means, Lord Duke.
It wouldn't have seemed like it was possible, but his grin gets even wider. I am off.
Just please try to keep the casualties around it to a minimum.
No promises. He is already running out of the room. He looks like he could skip.
I'm gonna go keep an eye on that situation.
Have fun storming the Kraken, darling!
I'm trying to think who I would even have to contact. I guess I should probably send some messages to some dragons, but I don't know how many of them are going to be able to show.
Yeah, I don't know if we could get a message to our friend from before, who might be able to get messages to others.
Yeah.
Is that Foggy?
Mm-hmm.
You would have ways of contacting those dragons.
Cool.
you've met.
So we'll have to get word out to them. Yeah, I'm not in good with any like paladin orders who can mobilize large numbers of people, so I wouldn't have had time to build those relationships.
The Order of the Gauntlet is a paladin order.
Yeah, but we just like look at that guy and say, "Hey, you're in, right?"
He looks surprised that you'd even ask.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fly out to look at the docks and make sure he doesn't put all of them down.
All right. So, as you head towards the docks, you see flashes of lightning and storm clouds forming over them, with crashes of thunder ringing through the streets. You head towards it, and you see the gargantuan tentacles of the Kraken emerging from the water, wreaking havoc on ships around it that try and stop it, and breaking them open, and leaving their sailors to die, besides all of these smaller monsters that have come with it. Suddenly,
Try to help.
okay. How do you try and help?
Probably more concerned at this point with containing the monsters so they don't get too far into the city.
All right. Well,
And generally, like, rallying whatever responses are happening.
all right. So, as you are attempting to contain, you hear a extremely loud yell of excitement and happiness. And you look behind you to see the enormous Von and Dodd prototype that the Duke had been working on, fully formed and ready to go. It is entirely black adamantium. It is carved with runes and scenes from giant lore, and it wields a sword in one hand and a drill with the other. And it charges straight into the water with a yell and goes directly towards the Kraken. It beats off the tentacles that come in at it with its drill and starts stabbing down into the water, trying to find the body of the beast. The lesser monsters scatter around them as the sheer force of their brawl creates a vortex in the water.
Try and rescue anybody if I can. I don't expect that to work real well, but
All right. So there are, with the sudden distraction of the Kraken fighting the giant automaton, the sailors that were in the water are being washed about some, but aren't being eaten. So using Bicephalo, you can fly in and start picking sailors out of the water, ferrying a couple at a time back to solid land.
okay.
If there's any help needed with that after a little bit, inks in a slightly different dress might come in on the flying carpet and help with that. I'm certainly glad it's them and not us this time.
This firestorm rips the Kraken from the water. It slowly but surely hoists it overhead. and stabs its drill up towards it. Sinking it deep into the Kraken's body. Yes! Duke's scream of triumph echoes around the port.
Strings on one side, just clapping her hands. Wonderful work, darling, using thaumaturgy. Oh, we really do. We really do.
His voice is similarly audible. It sounds pretty similar to something enhanced by thaumaturgy. I wouldn't have it any other way! Oh, thanks to this battle, a soul that was trapped in a sea of despair is now awakened, found new hope.
I'll try not to be slightly disappointed by that, darling, but have fun!
Seemingly sick of stabbing it with his drill, the Forest Storm slams the Kraken onto the shoreline, and then drags it back into the water and continues brawling with it.
Meanwhile, Lynx will stay also at base and is trying to see who she can call from her favors along the way for things potentially like giants or groups that they've met that haven't been called yet.
I actually do think if the Warforged can help, they're the best to send directly in.
Yeah, she'll send a message out to them then.
Sorry, internet shit itself.
We decided we're definitely asking the Warforged for help.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
I think they'll do a better job dealing with scattered remnants of
Okay.
whatever force they have there.
All right. Cool. Do you want... Sorry, are you sticking around and watching the fight?
Kinda. Yeah. Until I'm
Getting
sure
sus
the
for a
Kraken's
bit.
gone away.
All right. The Slarkrethel's lightning bolts finally seem to be taking a toll on the Duke. You hear an enhanced scream of pain at one point. As it continually throws lightning bolts at Firestorm. However, the Duke still, for the moment at least, Firestorm is still functioning fully. The Kraken has lost a few tentacles, and it's starting to lose some of its screen of smaller monsters as they retreat from this enormous force of nature. couple scattered sightings of cloud giants, or of cloud giant towers. One or two of them may have had a wizard hat on it. Nobody has had a firm sighting of him, though.
All right.
All right. So you're sticking around and watching the fight still?
Yeah,
I need to know her. Yeah?
until it's over one way or another.
Until it's over. All right.
Yeah, Inks is helping out with the the flying carpet with some people around and kind of watching.
All right. So between flying carpet and Bicefalo, you guys can get what people still survive out of the water. Forest Storm and the Kraken continue to fight. Eventually, Forest Storm seems more focused on cutting off or disabling tentacles, whereas Slarkothel is still trying to electrocute the Duke via lightning bolt. It seems as if he's realized that he can't quite get through the outer shell of Forest Storm. And it sounds like the Duke is having a pretty bad time, but eventually he hoists Slarkothel again, all but one of its tentacles broken or cut off, and that last one flailing pathetically. And shouts, My drill is the drill that's gonna pierce the heavens!
You fucking weeb.
He stabs it up through Slarkothel.
Duke's auto confirmed weeb.
He then throws the body out into the bay.
Believe in me who believes in you, darling!
Come on, did nobody pick up on that from the moment it had a drill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I was just wondering if you're going to say it.
Alright. Fight's over.
Slow clap.
And now I want to rewatch Gurren.
I know, right?
They've just kept getting weirder and weirder, though. Studio Trigger is just trying to outdo itself. It's going to be a porn studio soon after its recent one.
What did it make most recently?
There's Gurren Lagann, and then there was Kill la Kill with the suits, and now they have doggy style Pacific Rim.
Oh, that's
Wait,
Franks.
what?
Darling Franks.
Yep. They're going to. They can't go much further besides it's just a plain old porn studio.
Yeah, but the shows are still really good if you...
It's too damn hard. I wanted to like Kill la Kill so
Phrasing?
much.
That's
I
what
wanted
she
to. Thank you for doing it, so I don't have to. I wanted to like it so much, it was just too much.
Which one, Franks or Kill la Kill?
Kill la Kill. Franks, I don't know if I can touch.
How far into Kill la Kill did you get?
I got all the way.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like the first half is like amusing, but the second half is when it actually gets interesting, I think.
Yeah, Kill la Kill was fantastic. I loved Kill la Kill.
I wanted to like it. There were just all the cringeworthy stuff was just too much to like toss it over the edge towards good.
So the
That's
doggy,
fair.
in regards to the doggy style Pacific Rim, it's not that bad. It's actually way less than Kill la Kill in that sense.
Duly noted. Maybe
Yeah.
that'll be my procrastination show during exams this year.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
It's also doggy style Ava, apparently.
Okay. Okay. Regardless, Dead Kraken, triumphant giant robot. What are you guys doing now?
We should probably get back and start preparing, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Sure want to know all about it.
Go back, tell the people who need to know that figure out how the budget for repairing the goddamn docks.
They kind of grimace. You'll get right on that, lady.
Yeah. I empathize with them. And then tell them to get back to work.
Yes, ma'am.
You're just getting really into this job, aren't you?
So much shit that needs doing.
I know, right?
Speaking of, I'll send messages to my dragon friends to see who, if anyone, can possibly find it in their way to participate in the not destruction of all of Faerun.
Also, you notice when you get back, you've been with a red dress Inks, and you walk back around, and then the blue dress one that you saw in the fight earlier is still there. Oh, great! You two met up. Wonderful. How was it? I want all the details. Oh, that was so good! You should have seen the look on the Duke's face. Oh, I bet.
Wait, there's two of you now?
Well, of course, it was my day off this time. The red dress one gives a smirk. Yes, I was going to the meeting. You're lucky on that one, though. It was quite a shit show. Oh, I heard. Oh, sorry, darlings. Hello, I'm Simulacrum.
Roll a D100 for me, Adriel. Okay, so you get in touch with Foggy. Most of the rest of Foggy is relatively in the area and willing to help. But you also get in touch with most of the rest of the dragons you know are unavailable, but you get in touch with a ancient gold dragon named Tamarand. He'd been getting some messages from Bahamut that pointed him in that direction. And so he's actually floating around the professor's tower.
Good to know.
He is ready and very much willing to help. So, a couple dragons, the Warforged, the mysterious adventures that Brunor claims to be able to get in touch with. Do people wish to do anything else, or...
I'm trying to think if there was anyone else, but I think we got them all at this point. I start packing. Oh, we might want to see if any items anyone needs.
I guess they should ask if during the intervening time it would have been possible for me to commission a better magic blade.
Almost certainly, yes. What's it at right now?
That's what I'm looking at. It's currently a +2.
Okay. You can definitely get it enhanced to +3
Okay.
over time. Okay. That's fun. Please. I had no idea that was happening.
Sorry, I thought it was more fun that way. But also, I didn't use the thing in the.
No, that's fair. It's fair. Just confusing as fuck when suddenly there's two of you.
That's her purpose, to make everything confusing as fuck. In many, many ways.
Alright. Any other items for people? Any more items?
And I'm looking up Boots of the Winterlands.
Yeah, I've already got all my stuff. Just character creation.
Right.
I have 3 immovable rods, by the way. Thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, no, that requires attunement, so I'm all set.
I think I need some more scrolls, like probably a couple more Dispel Magic ones, because I only have one.
Okay.
I can cast magic as well as count.
But what if we need to dispel the magic on you so you could cast Dispel?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair point.
We grab some Revivify Diamonds.
Okay. You can definitely find Revivify Diamonds and Dispel Magic Scrolls. Dispel Magic Scrolls are third level. Third level spells are uncommon or rare. I believe they're rare. Call it 1,000 gold apiece.
Okay.
Is there anything people want to do? Like, not buying items wise or
Carousing.
carouse?
Might be our last time on Earth, why not?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no. But besides carousing and buying and anything else, is there anything you guys want to do?
Say it's been a couple weeks and a few months in game. Is there anything we are forgetting that we should know?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Most, well, you know, this is not meant to be a complicated thing. Ave is gathering an army and like doing some ritual at the Eye of the Allfather.
It's a lot of violence, yes.
He's thrown down the gauntlet at you all, and basically at the world by extension. And his guys are attacking every major city that he can right now.
Of course. Just basically get the word out about that.
Yes, you are getting word in from multiple other cities that they're being attacked by abominations of some kind. Abominations, monstrosities, otherworldly beings. And also from a few of them that the groups of disciples in the city have risen up and are sabotaging things.
Wait, like right now in Waterdeep too? Or did we took care of that?
Not yet.
Let the people who need to respond to that directly know that it's gonna happen.
Probably a wise move. Honestly, I assumed you would have tried to ban the disciples from Waterdeep as soon as you became wards.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the key word there, though, is still try to.
Yeah, probably not many of them left, though. It's amazing how unpleasant you can make a group of people's lives without explicitly ordering them to leave. Alright. Do you want to carouse? This may be your last night.
Yeah, Simulacrum can take care of the paperwork and grabbing items, so let's do this.
Alright, who's carousing?
Simulacrum will be sad about that, but like, it was your turn today. This might be my last day alive. Let me deal with it. Fine,
I'm
fine.
surprised you didn't want to go party with yourself.
Oh, let's save that for after the world is saved. How about that, darling? It'll be a celebration. Something to look forward to, right? I like the way I think.
Da-na-na-na, a girl worth fighting for. Alright, those who wish to carouse, please roll me a D100. Star, Adriel, are you getting in on this?
No.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass as well.
Alright.
All these carousings usually end up with you wake up to.
Leave
Like
all the good
literally
stuff
all
with the
of them
Simulacrum.
do. I think the only one that isn't you wake up to is roll twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all you wake up to something. I hear you. No worries. Alright, Inks. Roll me a D6, please. Ha! Alright. So, Inks. You caroused pretty hard last night. And you wake up in bed in an unfamiliar inn. And the stranger next to you, you blink your eyes a couple times because you're not sure. You must be seeing. There must be some kind of mistake. But you've woken up next to a miniature donkey.
What?
It is snoring and asleep, and does not notice that you've awakened.
Oh, this brings back memories. Alright then. Anything else in this room?
You leave.
Unless there's anything else in this room to take when I go.
There's a lot of shed hair.
That's what I thought.
Some hay in the corner for this donkey. But, well,
Alright, good times. A little bit of nostalgia before the end times. Hopefully it was a good show.
All right. After you leave, you make it home without a problem. Rich,
Yes.
you too partied pretty hard. Out of the keep and out into the city. You wake up behind a tailor shop. You are wearing a ball gown that's clearly made for a very curvy noblewoman. The rest of your clothing is missing, except for a top hat, a set of glasses, and a fake mustache that is attached to your face.
Do I look like a dapper, pretty woman?
You sure look pretty dapper, and you definitely look like a woman. You don't fill out the dress super well. You're lacking some of the requisite equipment, but
Solved.
Make sure you leave the mustache untouched, though.
Oh, absolutely.
there you go. You are now a very pretty woman. You have it appears as if you have the requisite equipment to fill out your dress. As you exit the alley behind the tailor shop, you see some posters near the entrance to the alleyway that show a woman wearing a mustache and glasses and a very dapper top hat. And it says, "Wanted, Madame Mustachio,
She strikes again!
for crimes against the decency."
Someone's stealing my secret identity.
Okay. I will stroll back to the inn or wherever we're staying.
You own a very large house in town.
Yes, that.
To your house. You stroll back. Nobody recognizes you on the way there. Though there are a couple of people who look at this woman in a top hat and glasses and mustache, and look at your very nice dress, look back at your face, and they look very confused. It clearly just does not compute. Adriel, what are you doing while they're up carousing?
Honestly, I would have spent the evening praying and meditating.
All right.
Generally trying to get my focus back. Focus completely focused.
Okay. Roll a D100 for me.
Meditation carousing.
That is a 100, not a D100. I
Aha!
was like, holy shit, what? For a second.
Yeah, wait.
Okay. So, as you're meditating, you feel a sense of reassurance. And a deep voice speaks to you. Says, "Don't give up. The end is in sight."
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
You find a deep focus, such that for the next... It's going to amount to until the end of the campaign. But for the next day, you have a +1 to all attack rolls.
Okay.
So go ahead and note that down. Star, what are you doing?
Let's see. Making some coffee. Going back to the meeting room to clean the floors again. Making some more coffee. Wander through town, talking to people, try to figure out where we've came from specifically. If I already knew that from tracking him. Just talk to random people, make more coffee.
Hold on there, Persona 5 protagonist. What are you... So much damn coffee.
Can't sleep.
Clowns will eat you?
Close enough.
Are you
All right.
Dendar Warlock?
Yeah. All in due time.
It's a character build that I think we've discussed before.
Mm-hmm.
You have discussed it before. I distinctly remember it.
Yes.
Yeah. So these people that were holding the conference, they have some real nice coffee around their house. You can make good use of that. So, as you brew coffee, it is the good stuff. You go around, you talk to some random people, some of whom have never seen a tabaxi before. So they're a bit confused as to what you are and why you're speaking to them. You can track down Ave's entry point, more or less by where his scent ends. It's in a warehouse a few blocks down from. It's in a warehouse a few blocks down from the house, from the manor. Sorry. There's a room that has a teleportation circle in it that Ave's scent ends at.
Interesting. Break the floor of the room. Break the teleportation circle.
Okay. What are you using to break it?
I figure I can spam Eldritch Blast at it for an hour or two.
That's fair. Your relentless pounding of Eldritch Blasts.
Bow wow.
The relentless pounding of Eldritch Blasts eventually destroys the floor, though it does lead to some very confused looks from the street as to the repeated magical sounding incantations that it requires from you. You have a very dry mouth.
Oh, that's what the coffee's for.
Yeah. All right. All right. I mean, it could be. No comment. All right. But the sun rises on another day. Valharrow and Silverhand, and a few other wizards meet you at your place. Sir Barrick has gone to Neverwinter and back overnight. He has arrived with a group of paladins that he brings with him. Valharo and Silverhand will also come with you, being the ones who are teleporting you. Who else? Who else we got with you now? Oh, King Heckerton. King Heckerton also steps up to join you to the Eye of the Allfather.
So he should be hard to miss.
Yes, he is. He is there. The Duke is. The Duke is stuck inside Firestorm for a little while. It seems like his fight with Slarkrathel actually melted the door shut on it. So he's stuck in there for a little while, and they can't teleport Firestorm directly there. But so you have Silverhand, the Storm King, Valharo, Barrack and his paladins. The Warforged will meet you there. Foggy and Tamarand will also meet you there, the dragons. Somebody likely has that. Yeah.
I thought we got a total of 4.
Yes, each of you got one.
That was the only one I used one so far. I presume Ox still has his, wherever Ox is at.
Ox finally rides up in giant form.
Ox is with the Warforged up at the Professor's Tower. He will meet you there with as many of them as he has.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The Druid with all her trees will meet you guys at the Eye. What else? Am I missing anything? Brunor and his adventuring buddies will also meet you guys at the Eye. Yeah, okay. So that is everything, I believe. Any last-minute preparations, last-minute words? Anyone would like to say?
Well, I for one expect to get out of this alive so we can go carousing again. But in case we don't, it has been a pleasure, darlings. Then that it has, says the simulacrum.
Amen.
I also spread it out some of the stuff I have that's attunement between the two.
You give a impromptu demonstration of your which fighting style do you use? Dueling?
Dueling, yeah.
You give,
That's like the only one that definitely applies.
you give an impromptu demonstration of your dueling fighting style. You know what? New rule. Whenever somebody accidentally rolls something like that, or accidentally rolls one of their like traits or something, I'm gonna roll with it.
I can appreciate that.
I like it.
All right, just for future record.
Unless it's fireballing and killing a priest.
Especially if it's fireballing and killing a priest.
What?
Besides, that was. I know that was not accidental. So.
Just making some fireworks.
One big ass firework.
Alright. So one impromptu demonstration of your dueling fighting style, and one spontaneous firework later. You seem to be ready to teleport.
Nobody needs any last equipment. We're all good.
As good as we're gonna be.
Alright.
Before we teleport, Inks is just gonna go around, like, Inks and Duplicate are gonna go around and give kisses on the cheeks for good luck. Beric gets 2 just to, like, embarrass him.
He blushes bright red. The other paladins look very confused as you and your simulacrum come around and give each of them cheek pecks.
It's a very good luck ritual where I come from.
They raise an eyebrow but say nothing.
Like, even Adriel and all of our group get one. Alright then.
Alright. So, Valharo and Silverhand and their accompanying wizards cast Teleport. And you vanish and reappear in the foothills before the eye of the Allfather. The Warforged await you. Some of them even now being carried in by a couple of riding a couple of dragons on their backs. Ox standing at their head. A host of awakened trees follows a druid who is waiting as well. As you peek over the crest of the hill next to you, you see a host of abominations. Mind flayers, Shoggoths, more weeping men, and other things with appendages and eyes and angles that you've never seen before. And beyond all of them, there is an open door that appears to lead to a staircase of clouds. And I think that is where we are going to end for tonight. If y'all don't mind.
All good.
Alright. Alright. So, the board is set. Final battle begins next session. You are all level 18. Take a level.
Yeah, I unfortunately will not be around next week.
It's okay. The good stuff isn't until... The good stuff won't be until the week after.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be
But
here
truly
next week
good
either.
stuff. Sorry?
I wasn't going to be here next week either.
Ay, caramba.
Mm.
I thought we were skipping next week because when we discussed this last time.
I don't remember that, but...
Okay. Shit. We did discuss that because I have an exam that day
Right.
in the morning.
Mm.
However, I was forced to miss last week due to a shit ton of stuff, and that has kind of left me without super much time before I have to go to finish things up.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm okay with you doing a session without me next week, or
Right. It's not doing it. It's not doing it without you. It's doing it with two people.
right. But I'm still okay with that if you need to, so we can get the story somewhere useful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I'm also okay with being multi-boxed.
I do.
All right. I'm sorry. Being what?
Multi-boxed, remote controlled by
Jaegered.
someone else.
Oh.
Jaegered, but not Frankst.
Okay.
Yeah, no Franksing.
Okay. So we can do that. We can do.
I know the simulacrum will be annoying.
Yeah, if y'all are. The other option is that we can just run a bit of a marathon session the week after next as well. Oh no! Never mind. Never mind. Okay. I fly out for Arizona. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I have 2 weeks left before I have to leave. So we can definitely finish things up in the time we have.
Okay.
So never mind. Everything is good. We're all Gucci.
Hooray!
All right. So we're skipping next week.
Yes, we will skip next week.
That's good.
In the interest of me not failing and only having 2 people.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Boyfriend would be very mad if I missed out on his wedding.
Come on, what's more important, weddings or D&D?
It's hard, but weddings.
I hate weddings. It's okay. Right. Thoughts, comments, concerns, questions about the session tonight?
Good times, but fuck Abe, as always. Fucking made it personal.
He is kind of a dick.
Yep. He tries to be a woo. He tries to act like a wooby who's a dick.
Well, you'll see. Play on and find out.
Okay, he's an asshole, but he's not 100% a dick.
Sure. Play on. Find out.
Okay. Like, and done.
No, not done yet. We're not playing on right now.
Will be done and done. Not
Speaking
stopping.
of, inspiration. Who was the nomination?
Great. The last nomination I have on the list is from February.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember who had it last.
Uh,
Not sure we did.
I don't even think we did it last session because.
I think Ox had it
That was-
last, and it was the one before last.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Inks then for the simulacrum.
Thanks.
Surprise simulacrum. Nice.
It was a good touch.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. I will see you all 2 weeks from now then.
All right.
All right.
Fun game. Thank you.
Night, y'all.
Good game.
Night.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good. You'll have a good one.